Good evening. This is Elder G again. This is February 11th, Wednesday, February 11th, 2026. God can woke me up one more time. God can start me on my way. God can clothe me in my right mind, and all of my limbs are working properly. The first thing that you do when you get up in the morning, you give God the honor and the praise that He deserves. And then you get to work. You tell the people the truth, and you be honest with the people. You lead by example. You don't ask somebody to do something that you wouldn't do for yourself. See, all these prejudiced rich people is running around here thinking like they know something. Or they know something that other people don't know. But all they really doing is playing themselves for a fool. That's all they doing. Because what they think they know about life and what they think they know about survival, they nothing but a joke. They're a joke. See, the real people that live out there on the street, I'm talking about the real people, not these fake people, these rich folks acting like they know something when they don't know nothing. Let me tell you what that prejudiced white man is been doing in the black and brown people from generation to generation. They are dividing them. The Willie Lynch letter. And they got them battling between each other. And got them killing between each other. But those days are over. Yes, black people is killing each other. They ain't killing each other on no scale close to what's going on in Israel. And Israel, y'all best friend. That state of Israel that you see with Netanyahu killing women and children, that's not the Israel that the Bible is talking about. What they is, they just wars and cheap clothing. When they come around gullible Christian people, they put their war suit on. And they start walking like a sheep. They start talking like a sheep and acting like a sheep until they suck you in. Until they get the knowledge that they need. And then it ain't going to be no need no more. Just imagine the spot that the white people, the prejudiced white people, can put this country in right now. Just think about how serious and how ignorant that these prejudiced white people is. They're always talking about crime in the black and the brown neighborhood. Listen, Netanyahu, them in Israel, they white. And black people in America ain't killing nowhere close to that scale. Ukraine and Russia is white. And they done killed over 1 million Russians and probably 1 million Ukrainians. No matter how many black people kill each other, it ain't gonna come close to the scale that the prejudice white people are killing each other. Germany, East Germany, West Germany, free side, dictatorship side. So I don't want to hear that crap about black on black crime. Cause black on black crime don't. How many years and how many centuries would it take for us to kill over 1 million white people in Russia and 1 million Ukraine people in Ukraine? Over a 3-year period, you done killed over 2 million folks. Just for a little old piece of land. You would kill over 2 million people just over a little old piece of land that you don't even own. And you're going to talk about black and brown people crime? You must don't know Russia is white. You must don't know Ukraine white. In 3 years, over 2 million people dead over a little piece of land. A human being life wasn't even worth more than a little old piece of land. 2 million people dead. Just so the dictatorship could take from land from some poor folks. That's what God was talking about. He was talking about the master that had the 100 lambs, but the other man only had a little old ewe lamb. And you see, a friend came over, and he wanted to have a party. So he went to the man that had the one little ewe lamb, and he slaughtered that to feed his friends. Instead of going out there taking one of his lambs out of his 100, he would have still had 99 left. But he wasn't satisfied with that. He went and took the one that only had one little ewe lamb just because he could. He wanted to show how strong he is, how powerful he is, how people look up to him and treat him like he's a god. But you think these people in these low-income areas that seeing death every day, that seeing people get stabbed and seeing people get shot every day, just think about the people that didn't trust the law before Trump. Ain't nobody gonna trust the law right now. Ain't no black and brown people, unless you're Uncle Tom's. No black and brown people is gonna trust the law. I was sitting back today watching the hearing with Pam Bondi, and how the Republicans cover up for her lying, cover up for all her fraud. If you say that Christ is leading and guiding you, and you let Pam Bondi sit up in that hearing today and look you right in your face and tell you all these lies, and all they covering up. See, that let me know how many people in America that hate. I know that there's 77 million of them, but I'm talking about it's probably more than that. Cause some of them is always undercover. 77 million. Just think about this evil plot, this evil plan that an insane man came up with. There's too many black and brown people in America. There's too many coat-turning white people in America. Talking about the Democratic Party now. We're going to have to rise up and cause a war for millions and millions of people to die that try to get the United States back where it was in 1776. Where black and brown people didn't have no rights. Didn't have the right to no education. Didn't have the right to bear arms. Didn't have the right to petition their government. Wasn't even considered to be fully human. And we see the Attorney General, the highest ranking law enforcement in America, that's supposed to be, she over the Justice Department, and the Justice Department is supposed to be blind. It got a scale and a balance in one hand, and it got a sword in the other, and the lady, she's blindfolded. She don't know if you're rich or you're poor. She don't know if you're black, white, or Hispanic. All she know is the law. And people is being put in jail. People is getting the death penalty. There is people that getting the death penalty for less than what the Attorney General is doing. The Attorney General is the one that should be branded a traitor. She taking pay from us. Listen, the president gets to nominate the person that he want to get the job. That's all he does. He nominates the Attorney General. The Attorney General works for the people, the taxpayer. The only thing that you get when you become president, you get the right to pick who you want to go to the Senate to get confirmed. See, Pam Bondi is supposed to be answering to the American people, and the American people is the Constitution. She's supposed to protect my freedom of speech. She's supposed to protect the press. She's supposed to protect my religion, my right to bear arms. All those things she's supposed to be protected for the American people, not for the president. She didn't swear an oath to the president. The president didn't elect you. Voted for the person to do the job. They work for you. They are our employee. They don't employ us. They don't pay us. We pay them. They are employees. And when the employee, like Pam Bondi did today with her smug ass, going to get a whole bunch of people killed because she's carrying the word of someone that been impeached twice, that tried to overthrow the government on January 6th, that been convicted of 34 felonies, went bankruptcy at least 6 times in the corporate business. This company has been convicted of fraud. You chose that over freedom. You chose that over justice. You chose that over God, and you chose that over Christ. And if you chose it over God and you chose it over Christ, you chose it over me. We're in a spiritual war where there can only be one victor. I'm going with the Lord. I'm a primitive Baptist. And what does that mean? I believe in the canon. I believe in all 66 books of the Bible, both old and new. I believe that God is who he say he is, and he'll be able to do the things that he say that he's going to be able to do. And I accept Jesus Christ in my heart and in my mind and in my soul that he's just the Messiah. He's Emmanuel. When being interpreted, it means that God is with us. God is with us, my sisters and brothers. Just look. Just look at all the things that can happen over the generations. While these prejudiced white people had their foot around our neck, had chains around our ankle and our wrist and around our neck. And we still prevail. We started out as just 20 people in chains. And we done already rose up for a black man to be president of the United States. The black women in America, as far as degrees and doctorate degrees, the black women it's got more degrees in that category right now than any other race in America. These are the things that Martin Luther King was talking about. These are the things that Martin Luther King, he died for it. If you look at the documentary where they're talking about him, you will know that the FBI came to him and warned him not to do what he did. That's where that American Dream speech came from. It is because he knew that somebody was trying to assassinate him. The FBI had warned him, but they weren't gonna stop him because we all have freedom. That's why he said, when God took Moses up on the mountain and he showed Moses the promised land, but he told you that you're not going to get there with him. See, that's the same thing that Martin Luther King was talking about. God took him to the mountaintop and he showed him the promised land. But Martin Luther King, he knew that he might not get there with them. See, his death was going to elevate the cause. His death was going to make people to pay more attention. And that's exactly what it did. Then when black people start getting a little bit of money, and getting some nice car and some fine clothes and then get some nice house, and like playing baseball and football and basketball, making millions. They forgot where they came from. Not all of them, but a lot of them. They forgot where they came from. Some of them didn't even want to be called black no more. It was like an insult to them. I'm just a man. Don't put that racial tag on me. See, back in the day, it don't make no difference how much money you had, Sometimes you may only have 2 changes of clothes, and some of them may have holes in them. They can have holes in them back in the day. You'll still iron them pants. Because no matter what condition you in, you're going to keep your head high. See, that's gone right now in America. That's gone. They done gave all that up for microwave oven, microwave popcorn, microwave church. They done gave all the stuff that make you a child of God. They done threw all that away. They don't care nothing about that no more. You see all the stuff that Donald Trump is showing on TV with ICE and border, and FBI. He only going after the people that obey the law. But what's gonna happen when you go into the neighborhood where people's got just as many guns as you? That gang, it got more people in the gang than ICE have. What you gonna do when you come up against the people that don't trust the law enforcement no way? And they already living in the hood. They living without, and they being mistreated, and they being trampled all upon. What do you think they're gonna do? They already tuned. Just to survive in your neighborhood. You may start carrying a gun at 8 or 9. You may be seeing 10 people die already. And a lot of them at the hand of cops. What you gonna do when you stop law-abiding citizens because they see how you lie from the FBI to the Justice Department to Homeland Security to the President of the United States? And they see all the crime that you let them get away with. But you throwing people in jail for smoking a joint or smoking crack or crystal meth. You're going to destroy their life, put them in jail for 10 or 15 years when you won't even put the president in jail when he already been convicted of 34 fellas. Fake, phony, and fraud. Wolves. Running around in sheep clothing. God tired of it. God is tired. He's tired of the lies. He tired of the pursuit of riches and lust and power. He tired of it. He telling the precious white people, not this time. It ain't gonna happen like it happened with Spain when you took their colonies. It's not gonna happen when you come in and you almost wiped out the Native Americans and took their land. It's not going to happen like when you went to Africa and stole us and brought us here in chains and shackles. It ain't going to be like the Civil War when there was only only like 3 million people in America. Now there's 340 or 350 million. You talking about 135 million people on each side. Just imagine how many millions of dead people. All you got to do is shoot one. Out of 135 million people on each side, all you got to do is shoot one. Look how many bodies is going to lay in the street in a few seconds. Just because of a man that's not in his right mind. Just because a man that ain't never been loved. His mind is always being messed up. Just because of hate. You're going to let your children, your daughters, and your sons, you're going to let them die in the street for a lie. Just think how evil that is. And you talking about black and brown people need to trust them? Are you kidding me? If the black people was coming down on you like that, would you trust them? Would you take a chance that they may be good? I'm not going to put my life on the line for that. I ain't going to put my life on the line that you may be good. The black people are well, and the brown people are well more prepared for you than you think. If we can survive the hoods and shooting every day, what about you? All you did is look at a screen. It's going to be sad, ain't it? And the people that left, when they sit back and see all the bloodshed, all the buildings, all the businesses shut down, all the windows broke, buildings burnt down, so many bodies in the street, you can't even get them out because of war. And then the diseases come, the flies and the maggots, all that start come and just eating up all the dead bodies. And then the birds is going to come to the feast. And the birds just going to have a barbecue because so much food is laying out there on the ground. And it all happened not because you was attacked. Not because someone was trying to take over your country. You did it just because you hate black and brown people that much. And you hate white people that try to help black and brown people get their rights, to get treated fair. That prejudice white man is treacherous. Can't take a chance with him. Over 400 years, time after time after time after time, he always come back with the same song. He don't change nothing. He believed in his heart and his mind that somebody is trying to take something away from the white people. So just the opposite of white is black and brown. It's a sad day in America. Thank you.